Hello and welcome to Timm's BMW Repairs and Information. Well, in the last episode on the E31, I said that I can now get the braided LEDs which I had fitted to my car in 2010. And so I did a write-up on how to mess about with FTPs, and we built an FTP with the braided LED in and saw how bright it was. So I was really pleased. But to sort of put my money where my mouth is, I thought, well, I'll buy some and make sure that they are still exactly the same. And what started with me on all of this was I came across this Horizon LEDs site and it said clearance LED kits. So I thought, well, that's be interesting to see what's available on their clearance ones. And the ones on the clearance ones looked exactly the same as the, hide that, as the ones which I've got in my car already. So there we go, H3. So that's exactly what I've got in my car at the moment. But they promised 2,500 lumens, which mine weren't. Mine were 2,000 lumens. So this is exactly the same as I've got in my car. So that should fit in exactly. So I thought, right, I'll add that to my basket and try to order them. And unfortunately, I couldn't order them because they came up with these things, 3 asterisks in red, which means not available in the quantities you asked for. So that's a bit of a disappointment. But I'll have a quick look at their headlight kits anyway. And well, I'm blowed. Look, there's exactly the one we want. 3rd generation Philips Luxian, which is what I've got in there. Well, I've got the 1st generation ones. Marvellous. So they have got them after all. And so, yeah, 3rd generation. Let's have a look at them. See if we can get them in an H3. Yep, sure enough. H3 Lumi LEDs. 119 quid. They're getting a bit expensive these days. So, yep, I had a look at those. And, yep, they didn't show a picture of the LED itself, but they showed this picture of the braid and all the rest of it, which was jolly good. Not quite sure why we're not loading anymore, but anyway, it looked exactly the right one. So there we go, image coming soon. And there's the picture of the braid at the end and the fitting and the correct dimension of 19.5mm. Between the mounting lug and the LED, and a nice tiny little square LED as well. So I thought, okay, it's 120 quid. I'll give them a go, especially as, well, first of all, it's got the right power supply on, so we're a good start, because not much fits in these FTPs. But I was persuaded by the output of 4,000 lumens per bulb on this 3rd generation. So super, that's great. So yeah, I waited a few days. My DHL parcel turned up. Opened the box, and that's what was inside. So have a close look at these. So yeah, nothing like the braided type at all. And of course it's got a power fan on the back of it, and that's just not going to fit into the FTP. So very disappointed with that itself. And not only that, instead of a single square die, we got a row of LEDs, and that's never good for beam pattern. That spreads it out something awful. So I thought, well, let's try it in an FTP anyway. Be interesting to see if it's 4,000 lumens. Well, I can report it is 4,000 lumens. I'll plug it into our bench supply rather than my battery, and I'll show you what I mean. So we expect about 45 watts or something to get that much light out. Let's power her up. There we go. 45 watts. Yes, so in fact that's over 4,000 lumens. They're blindingly bright. Yeah, quite frighteningly bright. You can't really look at that without losing half an eye. They are 4,000 lumens. And yeah, 43 watts now. As they heat up, their current slowly reduces, and that's clever because that'll stop the bulb having premature failure. And what it settles down to is about 35 watts, which is about 3,500 lumens. and it will stay there quite happily with its fan going. But as you can see, of course, I'll see if I can see from the side. Yeah, that fan's sticking out there. Look, that's not going to fit at all. So the rear cover's not going to go on that at all. I did a version with an FTP which had a power bulge on it, but that's just too big. Which is a great shame because 4,000 lumens is absolutely fantastic for the amount of light. Okay, so I thought, well, I can't use it for the FTP because it sticks out too much. I could try it in place of one of the main beam LEDs. And because the main beam LEDs are H1 rather than H3, I chopped off a lump of their collar. Now the collar's quite clever. Get you in there. So I've taken a lump out the side. There, you can see it there. And that mimics an H1 fitting. Well, first of all, it was quite difficult to get the thing in altogether. It's really fiddly to get it into the enclosure. Secondly, the problem with our pop-up lights is they're getting old and they're getting very brittle, especially the adjusters. We've got 2 adjusters and 1 fulcrum, and the fulcrum decided to give up when I was playing with the LED. So I had to glue that all back together again. And then with the bulb in, it was just such a diffuse light, it was absolutely useless. And that's because it doesn't have a single die, it has a row of LEDs. And it just chucked the light everywhere. Sure, it's 4,000 lumens, but when it's going everywhere, it's not that impressive. The FTPs gave out more light than this did, even though it's twice the light output. So yeah, bit of a disappointment, I'm afraid. Yeah, great shame, but there we go. Tried it, didn't work. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And what I do is I take you outside in the freezing. It's 2 degrees C at the moment, so getting cold. The sun's going down, and I'll show you what the beam patterns are like. And what I do is I'll put this on a field battery, and I'll show you how much light one of these give out. It's absolutely amazing amount of light. Now, would I go for an H1 version of this? No, I probably wouldn't. I've got enough light out of those braided LEDs, 2,000 lumens, and because of that row of LEDs instead of the single die, it'll diffuse it again, so that'd be a waste of time. So, I'm very sorry to say there isn't a braided type available. The only one that seemed to have the right picture and everything was a clearance one, and that had gone. And the alternative one, which had the right picture of the braid and all the rest of it, turned out to look like that. 4,000 lumens, absolutely without a doubt, very bright. Would have been fantastic in an FTP, but it doesn't fit. Right, I'll take you outside. Here is, got a sheet. This is what I use for aiming the beams when I've done some work on the car. That's the FTPs as main beams. Yeah, they bung out quite a lot of light, even compared to the main beams themselves in the pop out, because those lights are much more diffuse. So there we go. So the FTPs are projecting right down the road, and the main beams are covering the sides and the centre quite well, but not so intense as the FTP main beams. Yeah, they really are quite impressive. Put the dip beams on as well, looking nice and orange. As you'd expect, nice cut off on them. Also show you the fogs while I'm at it. Yeah, I really like the fog lights on these cars because it's got such a sharp cut off, so it doesn't blind oncoming drivers. So with dip beams on, that's how I drive normally. Got the 2 dip beams on and the fog lights on, and that bungs out a lot of light until you put the main beams on and see how much light there really is. So yeah, with the main beams on, there really is a lot of light coming from the car. It really is impressive. But shall we have a look at that 4,000 lux LED that I've just bought? I've got it on down here, so hold on. Wow. Right, just get behind the camera so I can see what's going on. Make sure you can. That is a pretty impressive amount of light. I'll bring you round, I think. There we go, and zoom you in a bit. There you go. There's the FTP main beam, 4000 lumens. It really is exceptionally bright, isn't it? Look at that. It just, even in daylight, it's illuminating stuff miles away. That fence, for instance. Yeah, pretty good. So yeah, it's a shame we can't use that one, but yeah, I mean, that is the problem. Sticks out of the back of the enclosure quite a distance, so not going to work. Right, there we go then. Yep, you win some, you lose some, and this one was a lose, I'm afraid. It's a shame because these LEDs are exceptionally bright. They really do bung out a lot of light. But they don't fit in the enclosures, which is a great shame. I mean, you could have a power bulge. I've done that before. But no, you don't want water getting in there or anything like that. That's not going to help at all. So there you go then. Bit of a failure, but that's life sometimes. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.